The CW Arrowverse has been going on since 2012, ever since the release of Arrow Season 1. But how long will these shows last? So in this video, I'm going to go through each of the shows one by one, which is The Flash, Supergirl, Legends of Tomorrow, and Arrow, to discuss how long I think each individual show will last, and my reasons for that. Because this is quite a big question, and also quite a scary one if you're a big fan of the shows like I am. Like this, the Arrowverse means so much to me. So let's just get into it to discuss the shows. So let's start off with Supergirl. Now Supergirl is an interesting one, but also kind of an obvious one, because it's the most recent addition to the Arrowverse, as it was recently added after Season 1, and it's actually the second most popular of the four, which I think is quite a weird thing to believe. It's actually more popular than Arrow, but not quite to the same popularity as The Flash. So because of that, it is a very popular show, and a lot of people do watch it on a weekly basis, which is good. Now, because of this popularity, I do firmly believe that Supergirl will stay strong and stay on the CW for many years to come. Now, I'm not quite sure how long that'll take, because obviously with TV shows we can't really predict this. It's one of those things that, you know, ratings can fall over time. We're seeing that with Arrow at the minute, and it's just, you know, Supergirl's just staying very strong, especially when the second season has been as good as it was. So I think this show may last for maybe 6-7 seasons, but we'll have to see with Supergirl. Next, we will talk about the most popular, most famous, and most well-known of the four CW DC shows, and that is The Flash. Now, The Flash is extremely popular. The Flash, as a show, started out, obviously, we saw Barry Allen in Season 2 of Arrow, and then it all just spiraled off into The Flash, and now becomes the most successful, and more successful than Arrow. And The Flash, being as popular as it is, lends itself to have very high ratings, a lot of views every week, so that makes it a very high target. So, similarly to Supergirl, I believe Flash will stay on for maybe 7, potentially 8 seasons, kind of similar to the run, and may even get to 10 seasons, similar to the run of Smallville, because this show, I just can't see it dying down. Everyone loves it, it's so fun, everyone just always comes back to watch it every week, mainly just because of the characters and the likability of the show and how much fun it is. So I think this show will stay on for a very long time. We will see it for many years to come, and it will definitely be the longest lasting of the four, in my opinion. Next, we have the originator. That's right, we have Arrow. Now, Arrow, obviously, is my favourite TV show of all time. I adore Arrow so much. And Arrow is actually kind of an interesting one at the minute, because even though Season 5 has been a huge improvement over the past, couple of seasons of Arrow, it's actually got the lowest ratings ever that Arrow has ever had. And that's probably mostly because of Season 4 being as bad as it was, but because of that, Season 5 has suffered dramatically. But that's bad. So, Arrow is obviously about to go into its 6th season. Well, its 6th season will be next year. We're still in Season 5. But I think Arrow will maybe last for another couple of seasons. But it also depends on where the actors go, how popular the show remains. Because like I say, the show's ratings are going down. But that's typical with any show. So, Arrow, I think, is quite unpredictable. Finally, we have DC's Legends of Tomorrow. Now, Legends of Tomorrow is probably the most controversial of the four, as it is quite a recent show, but it's also quite a weird one, as the ratings for it aren't the best, and it is the it's the least popular, I should say, of the four shows, as it has the least amount of views, and it's always talked about the least of the four, you may notice online. That makes Legends of Tomorrow quite unpopular to a large audience. I also don't think Legends will last that long. I mean, it is getting a Season 3, we know that, but I actually wouldn't be surprised if Season 3 would be the final season, because with Legends of Tomorrow, there's not really a lot they can do with it. I mean, obviously it is a time travel show, so that opens up all space and time, but, you know, there's just not too much they can do after the season ends, so I think Season 3 may be the final. So, make sure you tell me in the comment section below about when you think all of these shows are going to end, and how long you think they will last for. I personally don't want any of these shows to end, as they all mean so much to me. The Arrowverse, as a whole, is just so special to me. I love it, I adore it, especially when it comes to a show like Arrow specifically. So I just want these series to keep continuing on and on, because they just bring me so much joy every week. So stay tuned tomorrow. I should have my Legends of Tomorrow Season 2 review coming up in the next couple of days after the finale.